Hi. First of all, I am so sorry if you guys can hear my two fans in the background. We currently have a heat wave in Sweden.
Bruh.
Sorry about that. Nothing I can do, or else I would melt. Today, we are gonna talk about another horror game genre that is very popular at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but wasn't it Observation Duty who was like the big game who made the Anomaly theme horror genre blew up? I could be wrong here, but that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Best Anomaly horror games must play, according to me at least. Have that in mind. I have played a couple of Find the Anomalies horror games, and I'm gonna give you my 5 best recommendations for those. I will of course link all the games in the description box so you guys can find them easily. And if you like this concept, please consider giving me a little like, a little follow, comment on what theme you would like to see next when it comes to these videos. Let's go! 10 Bells. 10 Bells is a horror experience that will mess with your mind, but in the absolute best way possible. We arrived to this cozy little English pub located in England, obviously. My first feeling when I arrived to this pub is that I just want to kick back, relax with a cold beer, and have a good talk with a fine gentleman behind the bar with a phenomenal mustache. But this is not a cozy game. Nope. The objective is look for anomalies in the area, walk through the bar, stay alive until the next loop, and unravel the dark stories. Some of the scares / anomalies, they are very good and very creative, and some are really terrifying. It feels like you're constantly being watched, but the story here is also very interesting. Also very, very dark. Have that in mind. The devs also really nailed the replayability of this game, because in the main lobby or the main menu in the actual game, you will see all the anomalies that you have found or not, which makes you just want to replay the game all over again to get all of them. And the more achievements you get, the more bits and pieces of the story you will actually unravel. I think I played 10 Bells maybe 3 times on stream just because me and the community thought it was so much fun. Big recommend 10 Bells. Next up, Dollmare. Let's leave the bar and get to work. This game is not recommended for those who suffers from pediophobia, which is fear of dolls. We play as a person who is desperate to have an income and be able to pay their rent, so we accept a job offer at a doll factory. It sounds like a pretty easy job. Inspect the dolls. If we see flaws or defects on them, we trash them. Otherwise, good to go. That's it. Easy. Or is it? We discover pretty soon that this job is actually a matter of life and death. This factory holds some pretty dark secrets. It's such an easy concept, and therefore I think that's why it's so good. I do not find dolls very scary, but this game made me feel very uneasy, and like the previous game, I felt constantly watched, which we were by our boss. He seems like a gem. Every playthrough of Dollmare is unique, which means what I experienced in my gameplay is not guaranteed to happen in yours. Definitely play Dollmare. The Cabin Factory. We leave the job as a doll inspector and jump over to inspecting cabins. That's right. Similar to Dollmare, we work at a factory that inspects cabins. And our task here is to determine whether the cabins are haunted or not. If they are, we report it as danger. If they are not, we press clear. Another easy 9 to 5 gig? Nope. These scares are scary. I screamed a lot in this game. But spot the anomalies here is not our only task. There is also a story in this game. A story about a family and their dark faith. Bonus! This game has an integrated mechanic, which means if you are a streamer, your viewers can vote in-game whether they think it's danger or clear, anomaly or not. And at the end, the leaderboard will reveal what viewer had the most right answer and answered the quickest. This was very fun and very appreciated in my community. Also, before we move over to the next game, in Cabin Factory, don't forget to check your settings. Just a pro tip. Oh! Ah! Shift 87. Okay. So, from pub crawl to cursed dolls and hunted cabins, they are history. Let's test our memory for real here. In Shift 87, we need to spot anomalies at 3 different locations. We have a office, a TV factory, and a gas station. But same objectives, spot the anomalies. The difference between Shift 87 and the other games that I've mentioned is that this game doesn't really have a story, not to my whereabouts. It's not story focused anyways, which is honestly the only thing I'm missing with Shift 87, because I do appreciate even a simple story, but a story, an interesting story in any shape or form. But it doesn't make it less good because of it. It's a really good spot the anomalies horror game still, and I would say that Shift 87 has some of the most discreet anomalies, so they did a really good job with this one. Some of them are very easy to spot, while some are so subtle. So subtle that I really started to question my own memory. There is a total of 66 anomalies. I didn't find them all. Can you? Shinkansen 0. We will end today's list with one of the best indie horror games by one of the best horror developers in this genre, Chillis Art. If you don't know about Chillis Art, go into Steam and play their games. They know what they are doing when it comes to horror games. But let's talk about the game. Shinkansen is also known as a Japanese bullet train. We play as a man who enters the train, and as mentioned earlier, we need to spot the anomalies. But we also need to make our way to car 0, the conductor's room. We will go through different levels on the train, but we will also meet staff that works on the train and other passengers as well. We will actually get to know some of them and their journey and why they are on this specific train. And from there, a story begins. Shinkansen is just such a unique experience, and like Shift 87, some of these anomalies are so subtle and you're like, that seems normal, but was it there before, you know? Every time I made a decision to go through the doors and see if I failed or not, I got so nervous. Hang on. I got another game to add to the list. I filmed this video and then just a couple of days after, I streamed a new Anomaly game. And this game actually deserves to be on the list. So here you go. Instead of 5 games, you get 6. Who is at the door? We play as someone who lives in a small, simple apartment in South Korea, Seoul. And our protagonist is suffering from psychosis and with no memory at all. We need to carefully observe our surroundings in each room of the apartment, and we need to separate reality from hallucinations. While we're doing this, we will keep hearing a knocking on the front door. But we should not open the door until we have explored and confirmed that the apartment does not have any anomalies. If it's free from anomalies, then we can open the door. But first, we need to check the peephole. Always check the peephole first. At the door, there will be a person delivering us prescribed medication. But if we do catch an anomaly, we need to take our medication that is placed in the apartment by the front door. What I really appreciated about this game is that the anomalies are so creative, just as in 10 Bells. There are apparently also a few subtle ones, but during my playthrough, we got hit with the in-your-face anomaly jump scares. See, of course, I don't want to spoil anything, and I won't, but believe me, the story behind this game and what is about to be revealed, it's kind of crazy. It's a jaw dropper. Play Who Is at the Door. You will have a lot of what the moments. And there we go. Let me know if you're curious to play any of these games, or if you have played any of these games. Please let me know what's your thought about them. And also do share if you have other Anomaly games for me to play that I haven't played yet. I also just want to say that if anyone that watches my streams even mentions Bring Me, an Instaban is waiting for you. I do have more of these kind of videos, cooking and baking in the background, so I hope you guys are excited for that. Please let me know. Give me a little thumbs up so I know these are appreciated. Leave a little follow if you haven't already. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodaloo!